We are live. Let's see. Whoa. All right, let's flip you. And let's clean you. Okay. Now, let's move you. And now where did my kids go? Oh, watching the trains. Wilson! Hey, that's like that could be like the start of our handshake. Sweetie. So, okay. So I had to shut off the live because Micah, even though he's been to Monster Jam before and did totally fine, we were in that first row and he did not like the music. So we had to put his earmuffs on, and then he started bawling his eyes out. So I had to turn the live off, and then my phone died. But I got most of the guys, so you guys could see, you got to see Josh, and then you get to see most of the guys. One guy, the guy that ended up winning, he was 21 years old. 21. He's a youngin'. He's competing with some big boys. That's chemical warfare, in my opinion. But anyway, so Josh did really well. So the sport is, yes, you're going to win, but you never know who you're going to be competing against. And so, hello, little peanut girdle. I like that name. Was Xavier competing? No, he's building right now. Xavier will compete sometime in 2026. Right now, we're just building all the way through his time at a base, and then he's gonna come back to the US, and then, hey Larry, when he comes back, we'll start shredding down for a show. So probably March would be my guess. I'm trying to keep his waistline 34 inches or lower, so we stay within striking range, but able to build. So his waistline on stage was about 30 inches or less, a little less than 30 inches. I think we got it down to 29. Didn't want to budge for a really long time. My opinion, a little to do with stress, but anyway, hey Pablo, what's shaking? So if you saw the live that we did earlier today, that was pre-judging. So what happens is they bring all the guys out in groups of 5. Hello, Mark. They bring all the guys out in groups of 5, and they do an initial assessment of who they like based off those 5. It's a point system, so the more points you get, the lower the placing you get. So the person with the least amount of points wins, okay? The highest score and the lowest score for every competitor is automatically tossed. This helps defeat favoritism, right? If one judge really likes somebody, or if one judge really doesn't like you, which it happens, it kind of helps offset that, okay? Now, these judges are very fair, and they're judging based off of a shape. So it's not always the biggest guy wins. However, when you are looking at when you're walking down the street in a city and you see a very big muscular man and you see a very small but muscular man, your eyes naturally gravitate to the bigger man because he's just bigger. Your eyes naturally go there. So there is a natural tendency for a bigger guy to win because they're gonna get more attention, more looks. But if he is not the right shape or has other flaws, it can actually work against him, because then all eyes are fixated on you the entire time. They're marking down all your flaws, because bodybuilding in competitions, the judges aren't looking to see, oh, this is good, this is good, this is good. They're looking to see, this is bad, this is bad. So they're literally trying to find your flaws. So it's really hard getting up there and knowing you're getting judged and having someone trying to find the flaws in your physique. So anyway, just like the eyes gravitate to the skinnier girl. Not always. I wouldn't say the skinnier girl, maybe a girl that's more in shape. But then again, if you get a girl that's in shape and then a really big girl, and let's say they're wearing the same outfit, might be like a traffic accident. You can't help but look, you know? So for a girl, it works it can be mixed mosh. But in bodybuilding, like I said, they're looking for a certain shape. They're looking for symmetry. They want things balanced. They're looking for conditioning. Depending on your division, it goes by degree of muscularity. So for men's physique, there's less muscle maturity in the body in totality than classic physique, although they look very similar nowadays, except you're not. Anyway, I'll get into that in a different day. But so he did well, and this is why I say this. He didn't place top 10. There's 20 guys. 5 of them are already qualified to go to the Olympia, which is like the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. You can't just go there, you have to earn a spot. And to earn a spot, up until recently, you had to win first place in a pro show. They made it a little bit harder this year, going forward, for future Olympias, to be able to make it in. They made it based off of a point system that's very different than how they judge. But basically, you have to get a certain amount of points in a season, in a year, in order to qualify to go to Olympia. If you win one of these shows that Josh just did, you get 10 points. If you win second place, I think you get 5 points. If you win third place, I think you get like 3 points. If you win fourth place, I think you get 2 points. And if you win fifth place, I think you get 1 point. So if you do a bunch of shows and you place fifth, you could be just as qualified as someone who won first in today's show if you won fifth in 10 shows, if that makes sense. So it gives them, like, I think, I don't even know the number, but like 30 or something guys in Olympia. I might be totally off on that. I probably am. But it helps limit the competition and makes it harder. But then I also think it kind of brings some of these top tier competitors out, because once they would win a pro show before, they would just go and build. Because why risk injury? Why diet down and not be able to grow as much as if you took an off season and just had a plethora of calories? So now, instead of an off season, they can't just qualify for Olympia by winning one pro show. They have to win at least 2 and or more to get the amount of points. So anyway, it makes it harder. So for Josh, the guys that were in there were more than most, in my opinion, for this show. But that's good, because you want to compete against people that are quality. Nothing is worse than placing first against shitty competition. So, we don't know exactly his placing yet, but based off of how they call people out in prejudging and then who won the top 5, you can kind of guesstimate. But he did good because there was 2 things he really wanted to improve upon from his last show. The first thing was his quad sweep. Hey, Elb, what's shaking? So his quad sweep is like the part of your knee, like if this was your knee, right? And this is like your leg to your foot. Like if this was your knee, it's that little teardrop thing that's on the outer side. He needed to build that so that when he's standing, he looks like more like he's got like a chicken thigh for a thigh, right? Like it just looks like a giant thing you would just, right? So he's trying to grow that more, and he has. He's done a really good job, but it's only been 2 years, and it takes time. It takes time, and he does not take what these other guys take, so it takes time. But he's built it. He's built a lot more depth. And then the other thing was his posing. He really wanted to improve upon. And posing, if you guys watched the live earlier today, they do this whole routine, and they make the routine themselves. The first part that you guys saw, it was to music that is picked by the promoter, the people putting on the contest. But at finals, which you didn't get to see, they get to do their routine to their own music. So it's really cool because it's a performance that you get to watch, but you get to see these people from all over the world, and you get to see their personality. And it comes out in the song choice, which almost every time there's a Mariah Carey song. He's a poser. Good job, I say. Yeah. See, it's not easy though, because you're nervous, you're flexing, you're tired, you're hungry, thirsty. It's so hard. But to like put together a routine and make your face like go with it, and you're all alone up there. I don't know. It's just, I have a hard time with my own posing. I can't imagine doing like a routine. You've all seen me dance. I'm like chicken or lawnmower or whatever, sprinkler. Anyway, so yeah, he did really good. He had been working. He took my advice, which is hard for hubby to do. Usually any advice I have, the answer is no at first, until either someone else suggests it or it saturates in his brain, and then he realizes I wasn't so dumb after all. Ballet lessons, Arnold did that. He actually, there's a professional ballist, ballerina, duh. Okay, there's a professional ballerina that works out at our gym. So our gym is like, we don't want it to be like this LA Fitness, 24-hour fitness where you just cattle people in. The people that work out there are not there to like be seen. It's more high end, like it's not the, I don't know how to explain it. People are there to work out and leave. Like, yeah, we have friends and we talk, but like, it's not anything, it's not just to go there to pick up on people, right? So anyway, we have this professional ballerina who's there that was actually helping Josh a lot with his flexibility and his movements. So that was good. And then there was someone else, I don't know his name, that he was working with, who's like in the UK. So he had to do all of his posing lessons on Zoom at like either 4 or 5 in the morning or like 8 or 9 at night. For me, that would have been a no. I've been like, sorry, I'm busy getting the kids ready for school and I'm in bed at the other time, so that ain't gonna work. But I do have a posing coach. So that's one of the things I'm trying to work on, because I look like a 2x4 trying to prowl my way on stage. You guys will see me in 8 weeks. I'll have Josh go live on my channel, which will just make me even more freaking nervous, but whatever, we'll do it, because I just said it, so we'll do it. But yeah, I'm not fluid. I look constipated. I have a resting bitch face on stage. I look like I don't know how to walk in heels. Yeah, something I'm working on. But when you're half naked, in heels, on stage, knowing you're being judged by people, it's not easy, my friends. It's not easy. You turn right and you're just, oh, guess what? Hang on. Does this look familiar, anybody? Whoosh. I'm wearing it. So today we have an hour of cardio. The girls, I'll show you. Thank you, V. The girls are in the pool. And so we are live. And yeah, this is the regular My Mustard. This is the premium heavyweight tea, which is great for sweating and cardio to make it like heavy. Probably not the best choice. But yeah, came out pretty schmancy. Yours is different, Red. Yours is much more different. Much different. It's same but different. Carly's says Mustard Mafia. I showed you guys pineapples. Hers, woo, hers has little pineapples in there. Yes, married to Mr. Mustard. And then she's got little pineapples and it says Island Mustard on it. So, yeah. And then Carly has one with earrings. And then Mo has a sippy cup. And then Primrose has this. And Cyber has this. And Wilson has the crop and the hat. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think would her and I get along maybe? That's funny. Anyway, it's a beautiful view. We're over on the bay side of the marina, but there's some like EDM concert. You have mustard in your fridge, as you should. It's a good topping. Larry, have you done any cardio? Have you, or are you sponsoring our next Giveaway. Where am I from? The moon. No. Mustard Villa. Mustard Bathhouse. No, California. Mustard Fornia. Anyway, there's an yes, good. There's an EDM concert like right there. It's pretty interesting. So when you mean steps, do you mean you're just walking? Or do you mean you're actually doing cardio? Are you on a treadmill? Are you walking around outside? Hey, so Jeremy, I did a fitness competition out there once. I love Charlotte. Here's a story about Charlotte. My husband and I, Glenn, Travis, Barker, went to school together. Wait, isn't that the guy that like shot his kids? Oh, that's cool. I don't know who that is, but it's cool you play the drums. Play the piano. I play, Wilson's going like this, 30 different instruments. Just kidding, I only play one. And I don't even really play it anymore, but it was the piano. You know? Yeah. Jeremy's not old. If Jeremy is old, then I'm old, because I'm 40. And if he's 46, I speak 9 languages. See, yeah, Wilson, I knew you were still here. Yeah. 9 languages, 40 instruments, 10 careers, 7 states, 9 countries. What else can we do? Can do so many things. And I'm doing an hour of cardio with you all. And I'm a model. And I'm a mom of 5,692 kids. Yeah, Jeremy, you're not old. I'm 40. You're not old. Yeah. No. But Charlotte, story about Charlotte. So, competing out in Charlotte. I did a show out there with my husband. We just did the show. We wanted to go get ice cream. So, we take a bus to go get ice cream. Turns out we went to the wrong bus stop. No ice cream shop. We just wanted ice cream. Bus driver pulls us back into the bus, says, "Hang on, kids." Boop. Drives us to an ice cream shop. No joke. It was like Uber before Uber ever existed. This was almost 10 years ago. So before Uber, before Lyft, before any of that. This was, yeah, bus driver, public transportation at our service. It was awesome. Best thing about Charlotte. Now you're with the mafia, Jeremy? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, wait, let's see if your math was right. Born in 1985, then you're not 46. So now we know you're trolling. Before, you were a semi-possible troller, but now you're a super troller. Super troller! This reminds me of Super Troopers. Okay, Larry, you can't consider that steps. Just because you're looking at a picture, hand movements don't count. The reason why I say that is because it actually does not go off of heart rate for steps. It goes off of some bouncy bounce. Thank you. How can you see him from there? So anyway, yeah, 2012 to 2025. What? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you know how I know? Because I was born in 85. So instead of doing the math on my birthday to try to figure out when I was born and then forget the lie you were talking about and use the same date, or did you not know how to minus 6 from 85 to get 79? Because that's the year you'd have to be born. Just saying. I'm out of trouble. Yeah, what? Jeremy. You know what's funny though? My brother's name is Jeremy, and he was a masker. He believed in COVID and all of that goofy stuff. So, must be a name thing. That must be it. Baby, I know. What else should you do? Just stop trolling and be you. That's what you should do. Aw, my daughter is trying to put foam from the hot tub into the pool. Should I tell her what the foam is? Should I ruin it? Anyway, so we've done 32 minutes. I'm not near a ceiling. So I just turned 4 years old. Oh no. Okay, so I just hit the ceiling. I didn't hit the ceiling. I can't hit the ceiling. It's not there. Jeremy's throwing my brain for a loop. So we can't do that. We can't do giveaways. But we can do giveaways when I return. Yeah, no, you're fine. I'm not probably gonna try to figure out what you're saying though. You're kind of like when my daughter doesn't know what she's thinking or feeling or processing, and so she just talks and talks and talks, and then I think it's just to hear things come out of her mouth. And so I just sit there kind of and I just stare at her because she'll just keep going. And it's kind of like, I don't know. It's amazing to me. I love her. But yeah, he does give 14-year-old vibes. 4 is a key number, I think, here, for sure. 4 is definitely a key number. What's up, Trenton? Who we got now? Who's in the house now? Hello. So, I didn't get covered one time. I wouldn't hide it under... Huh? I remember my first beer, yeah, with a joint too. That's not just a beer. Woo, that's a beer, a joint, that's rolled in some kefir, and then laced with some crack. That's my guess. First time. You know what, Larry, that's so funny that you say that, because I love to say that when I see people do some of the weirdest things. I'm like, I remember my first time. Yeah. I'm not sure one could. Red's confused. Is your name Stephanie? No. Go fish. Okay, 29 minutes left. Uh-oh. Hope they did not just splash those people out of the hot tub. There are rules. Yeah, see, mustard. My mustard. Get it? Anyway, the wellness girls, which is my division today, was interesting. I could have probably stepped on stage today. And let me just say, I shouldn't step on stage. So, but like I said, you don't want to win against people that didn't put in the same amount of effort to do the show. So I'm not talking about people that don't look steel cut abs, shredded, because there's a lot of people I've competed against that I am proud to stand next to because they just dropped like 300 pounds or, 200 pounds. So I'm proud to stand next to people like that. I'm talking about people that just chose to not put in the work and chose to stuff their face. I don't have pity for that. I have 4 kids. I could go on a spiel of how busy I get. So when people say they don't have time or energy, like, I don't fucking want to be here right now. It's fucking 6:30. I should be in bed. It's 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. I'm normally in bed. Getting there. Like, I'm exhausted. I've been chasing around a 9-year-old from all the cookie vendors that are at this competition. My 8-year-old mad that she can't have the Nintendo Switch. My 3-year-old screaming at my 8-year-old because he wants what she's not allowed to have. And then the baby crying because of the music. And all the while, I'm trying to cheer Mr. Mustard on and even focus. And I even tried to go live. And then to come back, try to get a nap in, feed the kids. Girls are wanting to go to the pool. Elijah's tired. Micah hasn't napped at all, like today. And I was up at 5. And let me tell you, that's late. I'm normally up at 2 a.m. every day. And my body was like, this morning. So I was up at 5, but I was late. So I didn't get to do my cardio this morning. And most people would be like, oh, missed it today. No, there's no missing it. That just means I have to stay up fucking later. Because if it was an hour of scrolling Instagram, if it was an hour of being on YouTube, dude, you're all gonna be with me for an hour. By the end of this, you're gonna be like, well, that was fast. And the whole time, we could have been doing an hour together. That sounded funky. No, but seriously, you could have had me propped up on your treadmill. This sounds dirty, but hear me out. We could have been doing cardio together. And an hour would have gone by like that. Just like it does on Instagram. Just like it does on YouTube. So when people say they don't have time, that's bullshit. Erase your social media or make it to where you only go on social media when you're on the treadmill. And I'm not saying do only cardio. No. But cardio is the hardest thing for me to get clients to do consistently. I sound like Janice, stop it. The hardest thing to do consistently when you're tired, when you're hungry, depleted, whatever, stressed, No, I didn't move. Anyway, I think if you restrict, or not restrict, but group things that you like to do that are considered time wasters, like social media, or I love World Series of Poker, that will help you pass tons of time. Candy Crush, any sort of game, and do that. Listen to a podcast. Grow your brain while you're growing your body. But everyone has at least an hour. And we tell our kids that, right? 60 minutes a day. But then, what, we become parents and it's, we're adults and it's no. Let's see, what did Jeremy say now? Thank you. But yeah, no, don't, what? I'm not in Arizona, you're weird, stop it. Yeah, now you sound crazy. Plus, come and find me. Have fun. In fact, come and find me. I'll give you one little hint why you should. Come and find me. Oh, look at a makeup brush right next to my Glock. So, come on. Come and find me. I can get crazy eyes. Sucky thing is for trolls is they don't know what I see on the back end of my channel. So, come and find me. Come on in, Jeremy. Okay, so 22 minutes. What a way to join for the first time. Yeah, hi Trenton, are you still here? Sometimes you just gotta prove your point, I think. See if they stay. So, Larry, yes. But for you, because you need to build. And for guys, especially, it's going to be harder for you to build as you age because you're dropping testosterone. So build now while you can, and that'll increase your daily metabolic expenditure, which will help you in the long run. So like right now, the cardio I'm doing leading up to this show, I can't just stop the cardio post-show. Put on a lot of extra weight because my body has become acclimated. Bye. My body has been acclimated to using this time to burn fat. So, post-show, I can't just go from an hour of cardio every day to nothing. So you don't want your body getting too acclimated to using cardio as a tool for fat burn. You want it to be a tool that you're managing and manipulating, not one that's a necessity. So use it for cardiovascular health and things like that, but don't make it the sole focus of your workout routines. And that used to be my problem before, and why my body never had a shape I liked. For one, I looked more like a 12-year-old boy. I wanted shape in the female places, right? Glutes, legs, but not my upper body. Well, for a guy, you want upper body and you should want some glutes and legs too, but same thing exists. You do too much cardio, you risk that muscle for fuel. And then also, your body becomes acclimated to cardio as that tool. So think of Spartan fighters, right? How they looked Were they runners? No, right? They would maybe walk to some places, but they weren't runners. Now look at, you know, wildlife Indian people, or, you know, like really skinny tribal people, you know, like that run all the time. Think of that body. Same thing with the live we did about reps and sets. I don't know if you ever went back and watched that, but a sprinter versus a marathon runner, how their body structures are so different and why. So a lot of that is because of the amount of cardio that you're doing is going to determine the type of muscle that your body wants to keep on you. More cardio, less muscle. So for me and anyone else that's trying to lose weight and build, I would focus mostly on building and then slowly add in the cardio to a point, and I could help you with this, Larry, but where you're balancing it. It's sustainable. You know, you're not doing a show, so you don't need to do endless hours like I'm doing, unless you did want to do a show. That would be fun. But keeping a balanced lifestyle. You know, it's kind of like with the YouTube. I can't go, holy crap, that EDM concert, like the things were like, lights, I would go crazy in there. So like, if I wasn't competing, well, even with competing, doing this live, I have to do it sustainable. I can't go live every day. Not with my kids, not with my business, not with competing. So I do what I can, and I try to keep it consistent, but with something that's sustainable, right? It's kind of like talking about with Nove, you know, there's no consistency. Even if it wasn't every day, it would be nice if it was like every Tuesday, Thursday, you know, or like guaranteed 3 times a week. But when he puts out the stuff that says, you know, like go live 2 to 4 times a day, every day, here for you, anytime you need me. It's like, that's not true. You know? I don't know. So I went totally on a tangent, but same thing with building. You want to do something that's sustainable so you don't burn out, you keep growing. You have enough to build, you need to lose. So maintain it then. I would do at least 3 to 4 resistance workouts a day. Make sure you're in a calorie deficit. Protein. Ooh, there's a fire on the train tracks 700 feet from here. What? Do we make the last 16 minutes a field trip? Pull the girls out of the pool to go look at a fire? I'm looking for it. There's a train tracks right here, but I don't see anything in the windows, the mirror that's got that way. 3 to 4 times a week, resistance training to maintain what you built, calorie deficit, make sure protein is adequate. So if you're, I would say 1.2 to 1.5 grams per lean pound of body mass of protein at least, so that you don't risk muscle loss. Spread that out evenly throughout the day so you keep amino acid levels balanced in the blood. And then to make sure that your hormone health is supported, you guys can go lower in fat than us females, but that's like the last thing I try to pull for people. My coach is so different. My coach, it's like the first thing he pulls is my fats, and I hate it. I love my peanut butter. I love my avocado. Oh my gosh, I love that stuff. And he keeps my carbs in, and I don't want a rice cake. I want to slather my face in peanut butter. So anyway, I would say if you like carbs, go with carbs. If you like fats, go with fats, but pick one fuel source. Keep it moderate. So if you pick carbs, you're about 6 foot, right? 7 feet. How tall are you? Maybe do, and I don't know what you've been eating, but maybe if you pick carbs, go like, start at like 100 to 150 grams. If you go with fats, start at like 65, 75, maybe 80 grams of fats. And then the opposing fuel source that you're not picking, keep that minimal. So if you picked carbs, keep your fats to like 30 grams or 40, you know. Most of that is going to be your supplementation of like CLA, full omega. But all your meats are going to be super lean. And then no, don't lose 5 pounds a week. Okay, Larry, unless you're 400 pounds, no. No, too much. Too much. Slow it down. Eat more. Stop it. Don't do that. No, not sustainable. Body's gonna freak out and store and stop. No. Are you not eating? What are we not doing? Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to call you. He doesn't fucking. Wilson, he won't listen to you. You know why? I am totally willing to do a life-saving consultation. But 5 pounds a week is way too much. I know it feels good. I know it looks good. I know it feels like hoorah. But it's gonna backfire like a bitch. Don't do it. This is, where's Carly? I need Carly. This is what I don't want for Carly either. Too much fat loss at once. Your body will freak out. So fat is how your body thinks of survival. You pull too fast from it, it's gonna go and pull the brakes, okay? Because it wants to maintain homeostasis at all times, okay? So it is gonna, if it's losing hard, best believe it's gonna pull that brake twice as hard to make sure it stops. So we gotta correct it, and carefully. Because if you then go from, like, let's say you did it by not eating, and then you just decide, oh shit, can't do that, I gotta eat. Then you're gonna eat, and the body's gonna go, sweet. It's gonna keep it all. Now, let's say you did it not with food, but with, we know it's not with steps, so, or cardio, so it's with food. Okay, so fucking eat, sorry. You're big, wait, what? Also, losing muscle and losing too fast causes, yes, your skin doesn't have a chance. Okay, so let me say, okay, postpartum, I should post a picture. How can I do that from here? I should post it somehow. Oh, hold on. If you're watching, Mr. Mustard, I have 10 minutes left. I wonder if I can respond. Uh-oh. Can I? Is it anybody? Did I just text the hubby to tell him I have 10 minutes left? Okay. So, what was I saying? Yes. Okay, saggy skin, postpartum. Had a baby, okay? Did a show. Got skin tightened up. Had another baby. Did a show. Skin tightened up. Had another baby. Did a show. Skin tightened up. Had another baby. I could say this 6,959 times, but I'm not because I only have 4. But 4th baby. Skin has lost the most amount of elasticity. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because if you've been overweight for a few years, we're one and the same as far as elasticity points go. I dropped 70 pounds from postpartum to stage in 3 months. No, 3 months. Yeah, 3 months, because he was 6 months. In 3 months, 90 days. No, I can't add. No oxygen to the brain. 90 days, okay? My skin in my lower abdomen did not have enough time, even doing it in a healthy way, to tighten up. You go too fast and you don't replenish the nutrition, because those are skin cells, those are cells, those are little tiny balls of life. And when your skin is saggy, or you burn your skin, or you cut it and it has to heal, think of that, those little cells, like little cell babies, and they've been damaged or stretched, and they need nutrients to liven back up. But without food, and now with massive weight loss, they just become flat and saggy, and they have nothing like infamous collagen or creatine or cholesterol or all your different stuff to fill and love it back up and make it plump, right? Think of a baby that was born that's been starved, hasn't been able to eat, and they're skinny, but their skin is all loose and wrinkly and they look like a raisin or one of those hairless cats. Now think of a healthy, plump baby. Skin is nice and soft and touchy and cute, and they look like a baby. So you want to do it in a way that gives the body the nutrients it needs to plump back up. Now, don't get me wrong, you will have lost, depending on how big you got and how long you stayed that big, you will lose some skin elasticity, some. But the longer you wait, the harder it is. So the sooner you fix it, the better it is. So get off your ass. 6 minutes, y'all. Dude, this is so much easier than the stepper. I'm not even kidding you. I feel like I'm cheating. I could do the treadmill. I'm on 12 incline, 2.6 miles per hour. Dude, this is easy. The stepper is slower, but harder. What are my children doing? Oh. Okay, I can't handle. San Diego has all these trucks now with advertisements on them, kind of like Las Vegas. So for me, it's like squirrel every time it goes by. I'm like, not you. My brain isn't Vegas prepped to be like blinders. Anyway, send what to Wilson? Oh, your plan? Well, we should talk. I mean, we can talk with Wilson, but it's funny. I'll get asked a question of like, what should so-and-so do? And I'll want to know everything about their life because it's so tied into everything. So I feel like if I give generic advice, I'm not really serving the person because everyone is so different. You just took a multivitamin. Yeah, red. That's the way, I like it. Now, is it synthetic or is it real vitamins? You're reminding me to take mine. That's the way, It's in a pack. Multi means multiple. Multiple vitamins. Well, good question, Wilson. So, I recommend at night, and here's why. Your body goes into repair mode, right? When you sleep. You burn the most amount of fat in your sleep, and your body is repairing brain cells, body cells, fighting cancer, kicking ass, taking names like Jeremy. Anyway, it needs all these guys. So if I take it in the morning, my theory is I won't have all these nutrients readily available when my body needs them. So ever since I had our first baby, Bailey, I've been taking my prenatals and my multivitamins at night because I want all those nutrients to not be immediately sweat out from a workout or stress or depleted from something else. I want it to go straight to the body in repair mode. That's my theory. Still working on I know. Okay, so there's a lot. I hate these. I hate it. Look at this. Can you see that? It's a lot. So, I'm gonna name them for you. Whew. All right, which ones do first? Okay. These are my multivitamin. There's 3, okay? I'm gonna tell you the other ones in a second. Where's Beetle Museum? Hold on. It's my trick. Okay. Omega, so fish oil. This is actually 1 gram of fat. Okay. CoQ10, brain function, thyroid health, antioxidants, because I'm in a hotel. It's funny, we always think everything's clean. It's fucking not clean. Joe Schmo just had Jerry Sally on the bed last night. Probiotic. Gotta get the poop out. Vitamin D3. They do have a powder. They do. They just came out with it. Same price, powder form. Microfactor powder. Yeah. But see, I don't know. That's like not too bad. I mean, I take a lot of pills. Sounds bad. Okay, here's all the pills I take. In the morning, an extra strength probiotic. Then I go eat my meal, which is egg whites, oats. I go work out, I come back, I eat meal 2. Right now is a linear bar. And then I have my CLA, there's 2 of them. My Omega, there's 1 of those. Alpha lipoic acid, there's 1 of those. Digestive enzymes, there's 1 of those. My balance for hormone, 1 of those. Vitamin D3, 1 of those. What else do I take in the morning? Omega, digestive enzyme, ALA. Vitamin C, 1 of those. And that's it for that meal. Next meal, I don't have anything. Next meal, same thing. And then before the next meal, I'll do cardio. I'll take 2 acetyl L-carnitine before cardio. And now I'm allowed to have a fat burner. My coach gave me a fat burner. So I take that with the acetyl before the cardio to give me more energy. And then 5th meal, same thing without the ALA. And then 6th meal, last meal, is the not Chinese ginseng, Spanish ginseng, it's for growth. And then magnesium, cortisol complex, and glutamine, and immune support. I should line them all up for you, but it's because our food is shit. So, anyway, we're done. Right? Yeah, we're done. We're done, and other people are here now. So now we're gonna go back. Here's let me go see the kids. Go see the kids. Now they left. Now they're gonna think I'm following them to the pool. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Hi. Here you go. Oops. Yeah, here you go. You're welcome. All right, girls. Don't forget your goggles. All right, guys. Carnitine. So I usually don't do my cardio this late though. I usually do my cardio like I'm done before 12. This is late for me. I don't like this. This is hard. But acetylcarnitine is gonna just help you. Oh no, are you okay? Slippery. You all right? So acetyl-L-carnitine is just gonna help your fat oxidize better and you use energy better. So it doesn't necessarily like wake you up. That's why I'll still take the fat burner with it. So, all right, guys. So do the powder. Look up First Form microfactor powder. Microfactor powder. But if you can stomach the pills, I would recommend the pills because you're not going to get the same benefit you would from the whole omega in a powder form. So I would recommend then increasing in omega dosage because that is one of the ones in that capsule along with a probiotic. So you're not going to want a probiotic in a powder either. So, okie dokie. I can give you guys a link. Okay, bye guys.